your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets.
All right, everybody, welcome to day 10 of the Great Commission Challenge. Today, we're going to talk about sacrifice. I don't know about you, but I've had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. 3 times in my life. The first time I went with my 6th grade class in elementary school. The second time that I went with my family on a family vacation when I was a child. And then the third time that I went was when I went with my kids and kind of retraced the steps that my parents took with me when I was a young child. And one of the things that is very striking, something that I always remember on each of those trips, are the war memorials, the monuments. We are reminded of, in Arlington Cemetery, the sacrifice that was made. Now, I know that if we are going to fulfill the Great Commission, if we are going to take the Great Commission challenge, it's going to require a sacrifice on our part. And I certainly hope that you will be willing to make sacrifices in order to see lost people come to know Jesus Christ. Now, listen, I am not even beginning to suggest that it is going to cost you your life. Although many people have given their life, literally given their life to the message of Jesus Christ, I doubt that it's going to cost you that. But I will tell you 3 sacrificial gifts that it will cost you. And the first one is this: maximizing your moments. Really, and maximizing your moments, it's the sacrificial gift of time. It's sacrificing your time. We talked previously about the hectic schedule that everybody has to keep, from work to school to kids to sports to church to everything else, shopping and everything else, leisure time, fishing, boating, whatever, camping, whatever it is that takes up the bulk of your time. I know that you have a hectic schedule. Trust me, I have a hectic schedule too. I'm normally up every morning, by 3 and don't go to bed, finally fall asleep till 9 or 10 at night. I know all about a hectic schedule. But if we are going to make disciples, if we're going to fulfill the Great Commission, we need to maximize our time and sacrifice some of our time for the sake of the gospel message. I'm reminded of the story of Jesus in Luke chapter 14 when he's walking through Jericho. And if you can kind of just picture when Jesus walks in, it's big time. It's like when celebrities are walking through town and everybody's trying to get a glimpse to see him. And there was this fella by the name of Zacchaeus. And, maybe as a child, you sang the song, Zacchaeus was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. And he climbed up in the sycamore tree for the Lord he wanted to see. Well, Jesus comes up and he sees Zacchaeus up in this tree, and he kind of stops the procession and says, "Hold on a second, Zacchaeus, come down here, Zacchaeus." And then he says, "Listen, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to spend some time with you." I think oftentimes we underestimate our own abilities. We underestimate the difference that it would make for us to sacrifice a little bit of our time for other people. And so I want to encourage you, I want to challenge you, if you will, today to make the sacrifice of your time for other people. The other sacrifice is your resources. When we give of our time, that's great, but when we give of our finance, that really begins to turn heads. When we reinvest our resources and we put somebody else's needs before our own, they've really got to take notice of that. And so there's many different ways that you can do that. I just want to challenge you to be praying to the Lord and saying, Lord, who is it that could use my help? What do I have that I could give somebody else? Or what could I let somebody use that would be beneficial to them? The third thing, the sacrifice that we need to do, is model a consistent Christian lifestyle over the long haul. You know, it's a consistent, godly lifestyle, consistently saying no to sin. You know, there are many things that will get in our way and things that, you know, maybe is enticing, but as believers, we're going to say, no, I am not going to give in to those things. I'm going to say yes to righteousness. I'm going to say yes to compassion. I'm going to say yes to the Lord Jesus, even when it hurts. And so that's what I want to challenge you for today. Hey, listen, although our actions have nothing to do with gaining our own salvation, they may be used by God to save someone else. Are you willing to accept the challenge to make the sacrifice necessary to lead your friends and loved ones to Christ? That's your challenge. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Build your kingdom.